let us give them chance also to watch us, okay? They, they hear you and they see you also. And I know your village there, they're watching you. Did you send them the link?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Miss Carol Mulwoza, I think it's not my first time to see her, if I may remember well. But if I remember, the last time I met her, we were not discussing about leadership in aviation. And I love that. She came back with innovation. Can we say it together? Innovation. Innovation. Yes, this is the transition of the world. Now she's going to talk about youth leadership in aviation. So, in the headline, so what can we have in the first talk to introduce all this young generation? What is youth leadership in aviation?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Afternoon. It's good to see you. It's an honor for me to be here before you. My name is Engineer Caroline Mulwoza. The last time that we met, I bet he barely knew that I'm even an engineer. Actually, I'm an aeronautical engineer by profession. So I studied aerospace or aeronautical engineering. And this is why I'm going to talk to you about youth leadership in aviation. Okay? Aviation requires innovation, and innovation is required in every sector of science and technology. So that is where we'll mainly be discussing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Carol. And remember, I told you just recently now that nothing happened by mistake. You know, when I was a kid, I was dreaming to become a pilot. And especially, I told my dad I wanted to be a pilot in Army. You see? And now, as you are going to learn from her, me too, I'm going to write everything she will say now. So, thank you, Miss Carol. So now we have the IT guy. So I'm so lucky. I almost know everyone on this panel. And even Cosmos, my new friend. He has energy like me. Yes, I like it. So Gael, I like your muscles because it's the same like your brain. You always talk sense, good ideas, and all the ideas that can shake the world. You know that. So please, can you introduce us quickly what is innovating education and sustainable energy awareness through virtual reality?
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, welcome at the International University of East Africa. It is known as the Technological University of Choice. So after this, you're going to understand why it is known as the Technological University of Choice. My name is Ongoriko Bindu Gael, and I did a computer science bachelor degree here at the International University of East Africa. And I'm now the founder of Pionex Innovations, and we deal with virtual reality for education. So virtual reality has been used for quite a number of things like gaming, but we have come up with a new concept that is going to innovate the education sector in such a way that students will not just learn about things, but they will have the possibility to be immersed into a certain reality where they can learn a course like zoology, not by showing them pictures of animals, but sending them in a real forest so that they can see how those animals are living and touch them. So I will be discussing about virtual reality, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
I like it. It has been instantaneous now. You are clapping without us to ask you to clap. That means you're into the topic now. I like it. Thank you very much, Gael. And I'm so excited also to know about it. Instead of being a fan of aviation, I'm also a IT guy. So I've graduated in Bachelor in Computer Science. So, and I love to innovate new knowledge about it. So we are going to get back to, so are we together? We're going to get back to Miss Carol. If you can now talk about your topic in a further way, in a specific way, in a lovely way, and in a passion way. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the invitation once again. As I told you earlier, I'm an aeronautical engineer by profession, and I would like to take you a walk back. All of you right now are students, right? And you have dreams, you have goals, you have visions of what you want to study. Yes? Now, same as you, when I was growing up, I wanted to become an aeronautical engineer. But in Uganda at the time, there was no aeronautical engineering. So what did that mean? I had to travel. What does travel mean? You get to go to a different country, you experience a different culture, you meet different people, you learn different languages. So that's what comes with travel. But in order to travel, there must be an aircraft, right? Exactly. So my curiosity to understand how these machines work pushed me to do a course that is not known for ladies or girls to do. Of course, in an African culture, here in Uganda, for example, some of my colleagues and parents were discouraging me. Why would you pursue such a course? You're a girl. Maybe do catering. Not saying that catering is any less. My passion was in a different direction. Well, I stuck to my course, and here I am today. I graduated, I studied in the UK, United Kingdom, and I got a very good degree. I come back to Uganda, guess what? Where is the work in Uganda? Challenge. There was no aircraft business except airline business in Uganda. What did I do? This is how I meet my colleagues. I started working in different sectors. That's how innovation comes into the picture. What I'm trying to tell you is education teaches you how to live in the real world. What you're learning today, what you're studying today, who you're meeting today, you never know how it's going to help you tomorrow. Now, after I came back, I started to work in marketing. I did marketing work in different places, and I actually also did marketing here at the International University of East Africa. So I grew up and became the manager at the International University of East Africa. But what was my course? What had I studied? What had I studied? Aeronautical engineering. But now I was what? Marketing manager. What does it mean? When you're studying, you're learning different skills. They're transferable skills that are being passed on to you to help you to grow. How did I end up in the aerospace field that I'm finally in? Because currently I'm working with ProHeli, which is Professional Helicopters Services Limited, and we deal with aircraft. So right now I'm in the field of study. That is where I'm working. But what I'm trying to get you at is whatever you're learning, you don't know where it's going to get you. So learn as much as you can, gain as much as you can, make friends as much as you can. Because now where I'm working, I even had to learn a different language, Russian. We deal with Russian type helicopters, so we had to learn the language in order to be able to work on these helicopters. What is this? This is all culture integration. So there are different cultures coming together. I'm working with people from different nationalities. I'm learning how they do things. I'm learning the languages they're speaking. And at the end of the day, this is the International Youth Festival, right? To encourage you to mingle internationally, to encourage you to pursue technology, innovation, and science. What am I now encouraging you as students in high school? Finally, we can pursue aerospace engineering or aeronautical engineering or technology and science like you've been informed, or electrical engineering or any field, because right now the innovation has come to Uganda. These companies have come to Uganda. You have a place where you can work in Uganda. Better yet, you could travel and even work out there. Are we on the same page? Yes. So I would like to thank Rosatom and International University of East Africa for this opportunity to come here and share a story that hopefully can inspire our young generation, because innovation and the future is in the youth, and you are the youth of today. So you're our future for tomorrow. We're here to inspire you, encourage you to make sure that you pursue something that will grow and add value to this place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Gail. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, can you hear me? Okay, so you know, even without a mic, I can still talk, and you will hear me. So, thank you very much, Miss Kaur. So, what I've understood from what you said is that is very a good motivation. You know, in life, you should know that everything starts somewhere, and you can start something somewhere. She did aviation, but she went into marketing. You see that you can study some field and becoming someone else. And that is the world that we are living now. A world of innovation, a world of transition, a world of changement. So don't just stick your mind like, okay, I'm doing law, I'm just going to become a lawyer. No, I have a friend who did medicine, but now he's a lawyer. Can you imagine that? He has been in hospital, different hospital, but now he's in front of judges, he's with judges. You see, that's why I was saying what you can see, you can be, you can become, and you can act. Everything is possible. Thank you very much, Miss Carol. So we are going to continue with my good friend here, Mr. Cosmos. I know you have a lot of energy, but don't stand to have people from all over the world to watch us also. So you can go ahead, and you see they have more attention now because you have the same uniform with them. So you know that you cannot lie them, but inspire them. That tomorrow they can come also to sit like you and talk about ideas that they're thinking can be positive for us. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, as I've said, I'm called Cosmos Alete from Axon High within Arua City. I know many of you have heard what Arua City is and how it is doing. And truly, Arua City is doing great. That's why we are presenting those are the schools from Western Isle. So I'm grateful as my dear MC have said. I'm going to share with you about youth as cultural ambassador. But I know everyone in this room, they are all youths, right? Are we all youths? If you are youth, may just show your hands up. If you are a youth.
Who believe is young forever? Young forever. Who is young forever like me? You know, no one can guess my age because I have a baby face. Yes.
Wow. Very interesting. So I believe I'm going to speak with the youths, right? Yeah. I can say, you know, youths are funny people, and they love such kind of funny things. That's why I was able to stand in front of you to tell you to make some noise. So that's how youths are. And they have a certain characteristics, which I may say, youths are normal, energetic people. And they're also people who like staying without doing work. Someone is now like, wow. Yeah, you know, I have some experiences which I've gone through. I remember when I was in primary 4, 5, I used to be lazy. My mother could tell me to go and do work, I could not go. Yeah, that's one of the characteristics of being a youth. Since a youth is a state of being a child, and you, as being a youth, you have some particular stages which they also call adolescence. You are going to move over this stage of being a youth, and you'll become a person, someone. So for that case, I would like to present that being a youth is the most significant thing in our life. We need to focus on. It's really a great benefit which we as youths we are going through, and we need to engage. So our team says youth as a cultural ambassador. I myself, I am a youth. You yourself, you are a youth. So someone is confused with this word ambassador. This is just someone who is a representative of a group or organization or a nation. Now here you have come as a group, and you are representing some other groups or organization or a nation. You are called ambassador. You are now here representing your school. You are called also ambassador. How I wish ambassador could also be a Middle East Asia, and he also may be the one to define for us the word. But all in all, what I have spoken, ambassador is a person who can represent a nation or a group or any other organization. So you can be an ambassador, particularly in a culture. Culture deals with our beliefs, customs, traditions, languages. That's why my name was called Leti Cosmas. That name, Leti, is a Lodra name, and it is meaning that someone who is just loving you in vain. The other partner is not all that faithful to you. You are loving that person, but you are just loving the person in vain. So that is how my name, Leti, came out. So, as I've said, a youth is all about a young person. You can say a youth may also be a cultural ambassador when you grow, or when he also grows on the line of knowing culture. So once if you know your culture, there will not be any misinformation about you. Automatic, if you know your culture, you will be able to grow with that identity. You'll be able to identify yourself who you are. So we are coming on this topic, a subtopic called cultural heritage. These are collective legends of a society's history, values, customs, and creative expressions passed down
you're
through
remaining with 3
generations.
minutes.
So I encourage everyone to stick into the moment of having your culture in your life, because it has some significant roles in our life. Once we practice it, we may benefit from them. So the MC of today, I may beg to stop here. If there is going to be anything, we shall add them later. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Cosmos. Can you clap together? I'm seeing there's some people sleeping there behind. Please, can you allow me to ask you to stand up just for 30 seconds? Can you stand up, please? Can you stand up? I know we are from eating, and now the food is dancing inside. Huh? Yeah. So can you stand up? We are not going to play a game, but it seems like a game, okay? I just want to get back your energy, your spirit here. So, are we together? Yeah, I'm too short. You can't see me from behind there. So, I'm coming closer here. So, when I say, let's clap for once, we clap once, okay? 2 claps, 2 claps. 3 claps, we clap 3 times. Then when I will say Vimba, you foo. Should I say one more time? One clap, we do one time, okay? Two claps, two times. Three claps, three times. Vimba. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, one clap. Oh, this is baby clap. Baby's clap or what? One clap. Two claps. Ah, I saw some people clapping three times here. Three claps. Vimba. Now you're back. That's good. Thank you. Yeah. So you took advantage because you top up more energy now to talk to us. And you know, when we are talking about IT, this is something more practical. So our student here, Gael, is going to share with us now his topic. And I want you to pay attention. The same you pay attention with Mr. Cosmos, the same you pay attention with Miss Carol. And you can see we have balance now. We have Madame, we have Mr., okay? So Mr. Gael, can you share with us your ideas? And especially, I want when you share your idea, you see these two ladies there behind, to be the first to clap when you talk. Thank you, go ahead.
All right, so thank you very much. Once again, I wanted really to talk about virtual reality as an innovation for education, but this is also an opportunity for all the young people around here like myself to also understand that it's not only virtual reality as an innovation in education, but it is also virtual reality as a business opportunity. So I did a bachelor degree of computer sciences here at the International University of East Africa. And I didn't have any business related skills, but I was good at coding and I could create amazing things. So now, after creating whatever ideas that you have in your head, at the end of the day, you need to find a way to monetize it so that you can have a revenue out of your ideas. And that's the amazing part about it. So when I started virtual reality, I came from a background of software engineering, where I was doing a lot of creating of websites, mobile applications that you are using in your phone, and so on. So the idea of virtual reality was a possibility for students like I have been myself to be able to see what they couldn't understand in the classroom. Here's a simple example. All of us here, we have gotten the opportunity to learn about the solar system. We know that there is hypothetically, for example, that we do have 8 planets that are rotating and a sun exists where we are rotating those planets. But with virtual reality, this is no longer just an idea or a picture that we put in your head. We have a clear simulation where we can go and basically see what we are talking about. So to bridge the gap between the theory and the practice into the classroom so that the lessons will no longer be just boring, but we can make the lessons alive, interactive. Imagine being in the classroom and instead of learning about a lion, you can be sent into a forest and touch a lion. See a lion. Try to understand how does the lion lives in its natural habitat. That is what virtual reality is bringing into education. Now, as we are young people, we need to know what is the state of our planet. And as everyone knows here, our planet is dying because of pollution, because of so many crises that are happening left and right. So we have to spread awareness when it comes especially to sustainable energy. When we are talking about sustainable energy, I'm here seeing non-renewable energy and renewable energy. That is why with Pionex Innovations, we have set up simulations to help young people understand what are the immediate effects of using non-renewable energy like oil refineries and so on. So the whole idea here is to preach to young people like myself so that they can understand that we only have one planet And it is the job of all of us to work together so that we can maintain a peaceful environment for the future generation. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, but I would like just to give you a possibility to go back home and think about it. If we only have one planet and all of us we are living here, and most of us maybe we have the program and the idea of having a future where we will have kids and so on, what kind of planet and environment would you like to leave to the next generation? So you should just think about it. Once again, I'm Ongoriko Bindugail, CEO of Pinex Innovation, and it was a pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gael. So, as you were the last to discuss about your topic. So, before to close this panel, as the moderator, I'm going to ask each of the panel here one question. And just know that the question I'm asking them is linking with you guys. Okay? And pay your attention about the question I'm going to ask now, because it's for you, it's for me, it's for all of us. So, Mr. Gael, first of all, even before seeing you, when I saw this topic, I was like, wow, okay. I can see aviation, I can see sustainable energy, awareness through virtual reality. I saw also student ambassador. You see, we are just the future, and we are acting now because that is our future now. The future is now. So my question is, on behalf of all the youth there, and on behalf of also of the ambassador here, how can we involve women in deep tech? Because you're talking about sustainable energy. So that's mean, you see, I was a IT student. I did also computer science, so we can understand each other more deeper. But now I want him to answer you that question. Why? Because when I was in the university, we had only one girl in my classroom. And I asked other girls because I was so curious to go to other faculty to ask, so why you're doing business? Why you are not coming to our faculty in IT? Oh no, IT is for it's for boys. Computer science is for boys. So who say that? So I just want them to remove that stigma, and how can they be involved in women deep tech and to feel also at the same level with boys that is an IT man, I'm an IT girl. So through that question, I just want to remember you before you start answering. The first rocket that went to the moon, the calculation has been made by many people, like maybe this auditorium, all of us here making calculation. And among the top and the best calculation for that rocket to land on the moon, you know, there is the one woman who was part of that. So I just want to tell you that you can also make history, and you can make story also, girls. So thank you, Gael. You can answer that question for us quickly, then we go to the second one.
Thank you very much for the question. So that is a very interesting question, because in tech, there are very less women. And the question is because there is a misconception about programming in general. A lot of people do believe that to become a programmer and do software engineering, you need to be very good in math, you have to be very good in physics, and complication like that. But I would like to break that misconception by telling you that programming is simply logic, and we just need you to be good at thinking and doing the logic. Because when you can think in a very rational way and you can solve your everyday problems, that is how you can also solve computer problems. I want you to remind you one of the things that I've learned here at the International University of East Africa. Most of the people use big words to explain simple things. For example, when I talk about an algorithm, when people hear a word algorithm, they think of something complicated into mathematics. But I want to tell you that an algorithm, it is simply a step-by-step procedure or a step-by-step process to solve a problem. So this means that what you do every single day to solve your different problems, it is already an algorithm, and that's what you do in every day. So for more people to come into tech, we need to break those stigmas. We need to spread the awareness and enable people to know what is really happening into the tech industry, so that the women can also get the opportunity to also take place into tech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gael. I hope that you understood that. I'm surprised we talked about girls and they are the first also to leave the classrooms. I don't know if the topic or the question was bad for them or good. I'm going back to Miss Carol. I have a very good question about your topic because I've been one of the victims of that. You know, I was dreaming, my dream was to do aviation, aeronautic. But I didn't do that because it was very expensive. And I didn't want to give EDEC to my parents. I just passed through my plan B. And my plan B was to do computer science. So for the young generation that they are the other side, because also me, I'm the young generation on this side. Yes, it's very expensive course. It's a complex and highest level class to do aviation and aeronautic. So for the young generation who are there, which motivation you can give them that it's possible for them to do that, even if the possibility of the funds is not there. So what can you share with them? Thank you, Ms. Carol.
Thank you for that question. Just a reminder or my reintroduction to the ladies in reference to the question that was before. My current position is I'm the Deputy Operations Director. That's to motivate the young ladies out there that what you put your mind to, you can always get to it. Now about the finances, I would like to encourage you all that aerospace or aeronautical engineering is actually more possible these days because Russia is offering scholarships to students that have performed well in their academics. So if you perform well, you can actually go through different platforms, including the embassy. We have sent a few students ourselves that have just recently finished their high school. They have gone to Russia now. They've been there actually 1 year so far. They're already speaking the language fluently. You have to learn the language first. You have to be able to говори по-русски, to speak Russian. Then you study the course for 4 years. So it's about 5 years. Then you come back. If you want to work in Uganda, please come back. We do have companies now that are eager to have those skills here. So scholarships are the best way for reducing the expenses for studying aeronautical engineering. But to get a scholarship, you must perform well. So focus, read hard, make sure you ace those, those books. People say it's rocket science. They just say it's rocket science, but in the sense that if you put your mind to something, you can do anything, including mathematics, including anything. So chase that goal.
Thank you very much, Ms. Carol. I hope that you understood what she said. The first, to learn the language. And if you didn't understand or you are late, me, I will step ahead with that opportunity because I'm learning already Russian. Spasibo, Ms. Carol. And приятно, poskomita.
I'm curious, who's your teacher? Well done.
Spasibo. So the last man is the last one standing here, my friend Cosmos. I hope that before coming here, you have been through the topic, the main topic, and my favorite one was about nuclear. Nuclear is it's something like complex and big for African, especially young African. When you talk about nuclear, they think about bomb. They think about Hiroshima, they think about Nagasaki, they think about Satan II. So now, I want you, briefly and shortly, because you are a very smart man, to tell your friend there that it's possible to link nuclear to education in Africa and to make young African students, young African generation, greed in knowledge with all this new era that we are entering now. You know that we are in new era. Yes. Just tell us briefly, how can you advise them that it's possible to link nuclear energy with education in Africa without thinking about bomb atomic?
Yeah, thank you once again. Nuclear, as you have heard about it, and as you have also studied about it somewhere, and what I can just conclude with, I will just tell you, I will just say, I welcome you guys better to practice culture. Once you engage yourself also in cultural activities, there will not be any other challenges which you are going to face, because these cultural activities helps you people a lot. As I've said, if you are participating in cultural activities, there will be some challenges, but all in all, you can seek for further support from the government or any other organizations, or you can do collaboration so that they will be able to see what to do. Now, in regards to what you can also do to engage nuclear into .com world, you can also do media campaigns, because nowadays we as a youth, we just take a media for a platform where we can say chats about these minor things. But if you could provide or create a platform to channel these cultural activities there, it will be easy. For example, we as a laborers, that side we have the platform where we always share talks about culture, and that one can really promote our culture. Thanks so much for your listening. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Cosmos. Please, let's put hand on close to applause. Thank you very much, guys. So I'm going to say thank you to you to be part of this panel, and I'm also honored to be the moderator of this very productive discussion. Thank you very much. So as I'm escorting you back to your seat, thank you, Mr. Gael. Thank you, Mr. Cosmos. He's tall like me, yeah? Allow me to say thank you. Okay, thank you. Are we together? We still want more discussion, or we just close the room and we go back home? So, we still have nice people here like Miss Carol, like Cosmos, and like Gael, and they are going to come in again to share with you ideas. You know why I love ideas? Because everything that's happening in this world starts with ideas, and ideas start here, the mindset. Everything starts here. Be a lover, be a fan of ideas, because it's the only way to shake the world. So, we're still in culture and education. Now we're going to discuss about cultural renaissance, embracing and promoting heritage in modern education, exploring how integrating cultural heritage into education system can enhance learning and pride in culture and identity, Russia, Africa. Allow me to call the counselor, International Youth, is here. Mr. Stanonis Alexei is coming. Okay, so as long as coming, allow me to recognize the presence of the Professor Moses Muhuwezi, the principal of Makerere Business School, is among us. Please let's put on yes, you're welcome as you're coming. You can clap for our professor. Thank you, Professor. I like this name. My dad used to be a teacher, and when I was a student, I was teaching also. You know that? I was a student in university, and I was going to teach French. I was teaching also Kiswahili, because I speak those languages, and I love to give more than to receive. You're welcome, Professor. So you have your topic, and I'm really sure that the young generation here are ready to receive that like good food. Because the best food for me is ideas. And we have a professor here. So I'm going to call Mr. Meshlev. Is he around? Malishev. Constantin. Darovsky? Oh, okay. Youth as cultural ambassadors, sharing cultural experiences, empower youth to become cultural ambassadors by promoting and sharing experiences. Great Eastern Trading Ltd, CEO, Darovsky Maxim. Please, let's put our arms together to applause for Maxim. You see, he's a CEO. CEO. And he's a young man like you. Don't think to be a CEO you have to be, no. Even young, you can be CEO. Have you ever heard about Mark Zuckerberg? Who knows Mark Zuckerberg? You don't know Mark Zuckerberg, but you're using Facebook every day. You know, but you're not raising your hand. Okay. So after, I think we have also a good man, and I don't know these days I'm meeting tall people. I don't know. I thought I was the tallest, but now I'm meeting tall people. He's going to talk also about the cultural renaissance. Let me introduce him as I'm reading here. Contemporary Real Estates Fund LLC. Avironov Peter. Please, let's put our hands up together to welcome Peter. You see, he's taller than me. So I'm going to get back to the professor because he's the only professor here. And I would like also to be professor very soon. Professor Moses Muwezi. So briefly, if you can introduce your topic to the audience, just to have an overview on what you're going to share with us, just briefly. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, moderator. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
I'm called Professor Moses Mwezi. I have been lecturing in Makerere since 1994, and I'm the head of Makerere University Business School. They told me to share a few things to students. It's not a topic specific this. You know, when you call professors, they tell you what they know, not what you want. So I request that I say those few things, then you will see what I wanted to share with you as youth. I proceed?
So it's just an overview?
Yes.
Then we're going to go deeper.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Professor. You're welcome to the International University of East Africa, and especially to the International Youth Festival, the first one, I precise. So, Mr. I love that language, the Russian. I'm using my tongue properly now. Darovsky Maxim. So, can you share with us just your topic and an overview on what we're going to be through together?
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about AI technologies. Yes, this is my topic.
Oh, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Davorowski. And my basketball teammate here is going to share with us about cultural renaissance, but if you can also talk about a few things, just in a few seconds, then we go through all of us. Rianov Peter.
Hi everyone, I came a long way to share my perception of art and art goals.
Oh, it's so short than I expected. So now we go back to the professor, and I can see the professor is ready. Please, professor, you have the mic, you have the stage, and the panel is
Thank
yours.
you so much. Thank you. Good evening again.
Please, guys, let's be together here. The professor is going to chair now his topic.
I'm here to talk about the youth activism, giving a Pan-Africanist perspective. When I looked at the general theme, and I bring you information that Africans have common interests. Much as they uphold, they love and respect culture. They have a variety of languages. They have that cultural heritage full of inspiration. They have that respect for family and community. They have that black color, which is a big statement. So Africans share common interests. And Pan-Africanism is about that bond of solidarity, of African ancestry. So as Africans, we share same historic fate. And though we are retarded in growth, our destiny was moderated. It is important that the young generation should come up and develop our countries and Africa in general. And students' activism, now that we have started this, should be for bigger things, not small things. Students who strike because there is no salt in food, that's not right. You should now have activism for bigger things. Be concerned with higher things that affect the nation, that affect humanity, that must save humanity. So selfishness is very, very dangerous. And this is the spirit we are having these days, because we are largely selfish. We are not like Nkrumah, like Kaunda, like Milton Obote that time, that we are for everybody. So this is going to spoil the future generation. Mr. Moderator, I wanted to relate the future of youth given the Russian-Africa perspective. Russia, we know, that is increasingly getting involved in Africa. And we should take advantage of this. This could be because of resources in Africa, but all countries that are interested in Africa, there is a reason. And Russia's expanding diplomatic, the economic, and military engagement across Africa provides opportunities for you. I'm happy to hear that the opportunities for aerospace engineering. Aerospace engineering is very common in UK and everywhere. It's a good program. If you can get those opportunities, please proceed for them. And they believe that the future belongs to the African continent. All the continents believe that the future belongs to the African continent. And therefore the continent is gaining strength. And our students and youth take advantage of this. And we should not feel inferior. We are powerful. I studied in the Netherlands, but Mr. Moderator, I'm the only person who got the academic excellence of the Queen because of my academic performance there. So you should be confident and not feel inferior, and operate. The Russian-African cooperation should be for equal powers. And position yourselves strategically. Learn Russian, take up those scholarships, and move on. Mr. Moderator, my final issue is about the youth in Uganda. We know that the youth are 78%, those below 35, if you want to say below 35, they are 78%. And they will double in 25 years. So everybody, every politician, every government officer must not take youth for granted. if they choose to sway direction of political system in the direction they want, we shall go there. So that's why when they called me, I thought I would come and have a chat with you as the youth. You are not only citizens with equal rights, but you're also powerful agents of change, and your voices must be heard. And you must be called on the high table. You cannot be left behind. But where are the youth? 80% of the youth between 10 to 24, they live up country. What does that mean? That innovations the country is going to have should be up country areas. And that's where agriculture is. Unfortunately, all people come to Kampala. So the youth are unable to have innovative ideas that benefit the villages. So my call on you is that if there are activities that can be done up country, please go there. And as a business expert, I know that if you target the market in Kampala, you are going to compete with Washington, which will deliver online. But 80% is up country. So as you deal with that, please keep that in mind. And you must know the language. We are going into the East African community, the Northern Corridor for universities. Now we have put Uganda and Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, South Sudan, DRC, and Somalia. Kiswahili seems to be...
Professor, you're remaining with 3 minutes.
Sorry?
We are remaining with 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will be done.
Sorry, it's my mistake. I didn't tell
Yes,
you how many minutes
Yes, I will be done.
you're supposed to have. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
I will be done. So this is what I'm telling you, that as youth, it is important that you know that up-country areas have opportunities. But you must be competitive. You must be competitive. There can't be a Napoleon without the Duke of Wellington, as you know. It's competition that will shape you to be better than any other person that you are competing with. And this is very, very important, individual competition. The moment you find you are similar to the others, then you can't manage competition and you can't manage life. And so you build your brand, your personal brand. Your brand will not come on your door by Amazon. You must develop it. But you do that by preparation. Preparation is very important. Those people who win the races, Chapter whatever, the only thing they do is to prepare. So the moment you prepare, your life is assured as the youth. And most successful people are outliers. They are far from the majority. That's when you become successful. So try to be an outlier to do things that others have not done. And of course, you do this with high level of integrity. You must be wise. You must look for the most comfortable logic in life. You must be able to deal with digitization, the internet issues. You must deal with all those issues to be competitive. So that is
Thank
my
you,
short
Professor.
presentation, to the youth.
Can we clap for Professor? So Professor talked about youth activism. That is good. And you know, being the future of tomorrow, you have to be very, very active. You have to be pragmatic. You have to be practical. Do what you say. Don't just talk without acting. Thank you, Professor. So I'm going to continue with my young CEO, Darovoski. Then I will end up with my teammate here, Mr. Peter.
Thank you. Dear participants and guests of the festival, my name is Maxim Darovsky. I'm Vice President of the BRICS Alliance. Now I manage a company that specializes in logistics and cross-border wire transfers. First of all, I would like to thank the founder of this university and all organizers for the warm welcome. Especially, I would like to thank all of the young people of Uganda and other African countries for joining this forum. It's an honor to be here with you today. I want to say that the future of any country is shaped by its people. And standing here with you, I can see that Uganda's future is very bright. This is not my first visit to Africa, and every time I come here, I feel proud of connections we're building. I have many friends from Africa, from Uganda, and every time we talk, I see how fast and skillfully they're mastering new technologies. This gives me hope because it's your talent, your drive to grow, and your energy that make Uganda so special and full of potential. Each time I visit, I learn something new from you, and I hope you also can find value in what we are share. So today, as we talk about new technologies, AI, education, and culture, it's important to understand how these areas come together to shape the future. I'm happy to see how quickly your continent is adopting these new digital tools, AI, and other modern solutions. New technologies, especially AI, are becoming the main tools for transformation in education. They help make learning more available and personalized. Because of technologies, students can learn from professors all over the world. This removes barriers and opens new doors for everyone. But there is something even more powerful that brings us together: culture. Despite the geographic distance and time zone differences between us, I feel that all culture have a lot of in common. We both deeply value family, education, and the role of young people in development of the economy and technology. In this way, developing with the relationships between Russia and Africa, Russia and Uganda is one of the key goals for young people. We build our relations on mutual help, cooperation, and shared benefits. Business between Russia and Uganda should grow, creating more opportunities for young people and new projects. Here, in your country, we see huge potential for learning from each others. We're excited to visit your country to learn about your innovations, and we are happy to welcome your students in Russia universities, where they can gain new skills and knowledge. To finish my speech, I would like to say that new technologies, culture, and education are the areas that will help us unite and move forward together, allowing us to build not only friendship, but also economic partnerships. Together, we can achieve great things, building a future based on mutual respect and collaboration. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Darovorsky. I hope that we are still together, because mostly we start together, but when we finish, we don't finish together. But I want today we finish together. Are we together? Yes. Now all the food that we have been eating, it's over. It's over in the stomach, I know. So Mr. Peter, your topic is about cultural renaissance, embracing and promoting heritage in modern education, exploring how integrating culture and heritage into education system can enhance learning and pride cultural identity. Russia, Africa. So everything that we are talking today, it's linking to Africa. That is a good question. I will come back later. But why Africa? Why Africa? So now, Peter, you can go ahead with your topic, and I'm so attentive of what you're going to say.
Nathan, thank you for giving me a floor. I would like to emphasize the importance of discussion itself as the highest form of human coexistence. Vivid and lively discussion is unpredictable by its nature. It's hard to achieve because usually by discussion people mean an exchange of settled opinions. However, I see its main purpose not in that, but in hearing and in being heard. And what is even more complicated, in trying to see a personality of the speaker behind his or her words. I do believe that now and here, on this festival, we have a great opportunity to start such a discussion. First of all, I would like to quote Andrei Tarkovsky, one of the most prominent and significant Russian and Soviet film directors and screenwriters. Throughout his career, he was recipient of numerous global recognized prize, such as Grand Prix of Cannes Film Festival or Golden Lion of Venice Film Festival, as long as BAFTA Film Award for his film The Sacrifice. Tarkovsky once said, "If you remove everything related to money-making from human activities, the only thing that will remain is art." Following Tarkovsky thinking, I am assured that there is actually only one universal, non-verbal language that all of us have in common, have sensation of, comprehend, and understand. And the name of that language is art. Art in all its diversity and manifestations: music, cinema, literature, fine art, sculpture, theater. True art touches you independently from your origin, age, color of skin, gender, political and religious views. Art gets you inevitably, often contrary to your expectation or awareness. For example, when you see The Last Judgment, fresco by the Italian Renaissance painter Michelangelo in Sistine Chapel in Vatican, you may not know the biblical story it's based on or the nuances that the master put inside, but you may feel the importance of what you see and the beauty in its ultimate form. The same works for music. You may not know who Tchaikovsky is, but when you hear his ballet Swan Lake, it hits you. Sometimes you may even experience Stendhal syndrome, which is also known as a Florence syndrome. It's such a state that you see or hear great artwork that touches you so deeply that you can even faint or burst into tears. However, art itself doesn't set any goals. It is obvious that art cannot teach anyone anything, since in 4,000 years humanity has learned nothing at all. We should long ago have become angels had we been capable of paying attention to the experience of art and allowing ourselves to be changed in accordance with the ideals it expresses. Art has only the capacity, through shock and catharsis, to make the human soul receptive to good. Art can only give food, a jolt, the occasion for physical experience. Art is similar to a declaration of love, the awareness of our dependence on each other. I see one of our main goals is not only to make art, but to preserve the genuine culture art originated and evolved from, since one of the most important ways of art's development is interchange. Interchange between countries, nations, ethnic, social groups, and points of view. Arising in different cultures and being reverent to its roots, art acquires its uniqueness, identity, and soul. So let us evolve, develop through the language of art, preservation of its heritage, and first and foremost, love.
Thank you very much, Peter. I like this time management. Good topic, good sharing, and good time management. So this is a skill. So as we are closing this panel, I'm going to share one question to each of us here. Only to the panel, because I'm not yet a panel. So I would like to start with the young CEO, because my interest is too much the young CEO. Okay, let me remove young, but the CEO. So I've heard that you talked about BRICS, and I'm watching BRICS since the beginning of that, and as an African that's love innovation and changement, I'm part of BRICS, I can say that indirectly. And I'm asking a question about the vision of the BRICS to Africa, especially for the young generation, because we are the highest percentage in the world. In the most young people in the world are African. So what is the vision for the BRICS with that resources, that biggest resources of human beings?
Yeah, as I said, in our minds, Africa's future is very huge, is very great, and we can see your technologies, we can see your environmental and we see that the future of Africa, of young people of Africa, like us, like you, is very great. You can go to abroad, you can gain some technologies, gain some knowledges, and then come back here to make it great. I mean, that's the future. We can see that in you. The future of Africa is young people. Yes.
Thank you very much, Darowski. But the room is so quiet. I wonder why. Are we together? Are we together? Okay. So I'm now with Professor Moses. Professor Moses, I have a question about, so all the question I'm asking is not for me, it's for my brothers and sisters there, and also the organizers. So I'm so curious because we are in an era that everything is changing. All system is changing. All rules are changing. Even the politics, the economy, the cultural. But now, for this young generation, especially in high school that you are in your field, which benefits do you think that they can get in that integration of nuclear energy in high school?
Thank you so much. Certainly, everything is changing, but whenever there is change, therein lies an opportunity. By the way, it's not only a Russia-African relationship, there is China-African relationship. The other week I was in China for the China-Africa week. So the different areas are struggling to get in touch with Africa because Africa has more resources that are unexploited, that need to be exploited. So every change, whether nuclear, whether technology, whether aerospace engineering, even when we say there is a digitization is run by human beings. The moment we digitize more, actually the human activity will double. So it is a misconception that once you have digitization, things change, people will lack jobs. No, jobs will be multiplied instead because productivity will be so high and we shall have more opportunities. So the benefits are there. The point is I'm making is get prepared for that. Get to know the languages, the key languages, Chinese, Russian, German, Kiswahili, French, the key languages so that you are prepared. To get the skill and let your eye be on the horizon. If you have been doing statistics, you can still do accounting, you can still do medicine so that you are multi-skilled. Join academics and practicals. If I had opportunity, I would call this Bachelor of Business Administration +1. You get an academic degree, but you also do plumbing, you do electric installation, you do carpentry in addition to your degree, so that you are prepared for these opportunities that will come. What I'm saying is that the opportunities are there, and as youth, this is the time. It's the time to start now. I'm happy these discussions my colleagues are bringing on forth demonstrate that opportunities are there. Let's get ready for them.
Thank you very much. Let's clap for Professor. I think I got my answer. I hope you too, because me, I'm writing, but you're not writing. Mr. Peter Averianov. Did I spell it well? Yes, I was observing and listening your discussion. I think you talk about AI among artificial intelligence. You didn't talk about it? Okay, so I'm raising it now to match with your topic. That's cultural renaissance to the young generation in Africa. We have now artificial intelligence that are taking over all the work, the jobs of the human beings. So how can you assure those future leaders that's expecting to be on professional life tomorrow that the artificial intelligence won't end the cultural renaissance? Because the technology of today I won't say that they are not wise, but sometimes it overtakes the human being, and they want to promote more robots than human beings. So how can you assure us that it won't stop the culture that we are living today? Thank you, Peter.
So, actually, I do think that in some parts of it, AI can really do that thing to some parts of art. For example, if we are talking about screenwriting, I'm quite sure that in a couple of years or maybe months, AI will be capable of writing a good synopsis or a good story for TV series, for example. But I'm quite sure that the art itself has its own soul, and soul based on the master and the love that he puts in a piece of art himself. So, of course, AI can generate a perfect peak in all the types that you can imagine: Renaissance, fine arts, Baroque, no matter what we're talking about. But if there is no master within that art, I guess it's quite senseless.
Spasibo, Peter. Yes. So, allow me to stand up as we are closing the panel. So I would like to greet each of you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing these powerful ideas for the future. Thank you very much. I know everyone here is asking that at what time are we going to stop this event? I'm going to. It's time? Not yet. I'm finishing. So I mix them with. Thank you very much. So we were just adjusting some small things before we end up this beautiful event. So now, if you look tired like this, how are we going to party tomorrow? Because we still want your energy, but you're already sleeping, you're already dodging, I don't know. So that means tomorrow, I'm going to celebrate myself, because you're all tired. So that means you are going to sleep up to Monday. So we are still in culture and education. There's some two people that they were not around, have been looking for them. And as even the Bible says that when you're looking, you will find what you're looking for. And now I found them. They are here in the building. So let's welcome, there are two guys. They are young also like you. I have a privilege to welcome Mr. Stanonis Alexei and Avirenov Eno and Malichev Konstantin to the panel. They are going to talk briefly about the cultural education. Please, let's put our hands together to applaud. So you're welcome. Dobre dren. Yeah. Dobre. So we are going to have a brief discussion with these two gentlemen here, and Mr. Stanonis Alexei will talk about the cultural renaissance, and Malishev Konstantin will share with us youth as cultural ambassador, sharing cultural experience, empower youth to become cultural ambassador by promoting and sharing experience. So quickly, if you can just talk about briefly, in few seconds, you can emphasize your talk. I go back to my friend on my right, then we continue deeper the topic. Okay. So this for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My speech is about youth as cultural ambassadors. You know how youth could become ambassadors of culture. What is it? Like how does it works, and which instruments youth can use to become a cultural ambassador? That's it.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. And my talk would be devoted to the topic of intercultural cooperation. Actually, how we communicate with each other, how our cultural cooperation reflects the business, diplomatic, like other job ways, how we cooperate with each other at the level of personalities and at the level of countries, the nations, and how what exactly we can do it as youth, because that's the youth festival, right?
Thank you very much. I like these panels because we are only three, you know. I'm now like the referee, so we are going to act like in the studio, two rappers pass. So when he talks, he give the pass there.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to ask like everyone sitting here to kind of stop, like join us actively, because we are here
Feel
not
free, like in this conversation.
Yeah, really, give us questions, we'll give you answers. The thing is, we here not like just officials to tell you speeches. We are here to answer your questions, to help you maybe somehow to consult you on the things you can do, like by yourself, with your friends, with Russia, in terms of cooperation between our countries. So just do not hesitate to approach, okay, here or after the end of the meeting, like anything. Okay, back to your question, Adam. Thank you very much for giving the word. So this is number one, okay? Today the world is full of opportunities which are like moving across the borders, right? Just this year, in the month of March, Russia hosted the World Youth Festival, which united about, well, actually more than 20,000 people, like 20,000 young people. 10,000 from Russia, 10,000 from abroad, like all over the world, from Africa, from Asia, from Americas, from Europe, like every part of the world. And that was on the first event. We're going to hold it in Russia, well, sometime, like once, 2, 3, 5 years, and different scale. So this is number one. The cultural diplomacy works. So today, if you have your idea how to make world a better place to live in, how to help your family, how to help your country, how to help yourself, how to get better education, you will. You have opportunities to do that. So my test for you that you have that opportunity, maybe, if you have any questions, how, or maybe if you have just some thought to share, I would be gladly like answer you, as well as my deputy boss, Mr. Could I call you Mr. Konstantin Malyshev, actually? So yeah, thank you very much for your attention. I'm just hope I'm not ruining the format, but just maybe I misunderstood it. Anyway, I will try to cooperate, like communicate with everyone.
Wow. So you see that now I have less job because it's tan. So thank you, Mr. Konstantin. Yeah. So you can go ahead because
fine, okay.
Mr. Alexei has been so brief, practical, and intelligent. I like it. Okay. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I will continue as my colleague said. But your question was about how to become a cultural ambassador. I mean, this topic, and I guess that the answer is to discover the culture. And I would like to tell some instruments that we operate, that I used in Russia for this point, I mean, to this issue, I mean, discovering culture. One of the instruments is a student tourism program. We operated from 2021. That is a program that held in Russia, but it can be used by every student, even the international student. I know that there are a lot of students from Africa, even from Uganda in Russia, and we still welcome, and we are really happy to see you guys in Russia, in Russian universities. There are a lot of opportunities to study in Russia. One of them, some of them are free, and so if you are interested in it, you like contact us. We will tell you, and I think that it's a good opportunity for you also about discovering new cultures. I think studying in another country, studying abroad, is a good opportunity to discover new culture and to become a cultural ambassador. Going back to the student tourism program, it held in Russia from 2021, as I said, and that is a program that helps students to travel, visiting dormitories in universities. So it's not for free. I mean, students pay for road, for train, or for a plane, but it's a great opportunity to live very, very, very cheap. It's the first point. The second point is to find friends, because when you're going to another university, you meet guys like you who are studying in other educational programs, maybe another field of studies, and you can contact them, find new friends, and maybe change your field of study. Maybe you're, for example, a biologist, and you find a friend who is studying, I don't know, physics, and after some speeches, after some grab of beers, you understood that, oh, I'm a physic, and I should change my mind. So that is the way to develop yourself due to tourism. You're visiting different universities, different regions, and I think it's a good option, and how could I say, a good idea to become a cultural ambassador, like using the tourism instrument.
Thank you very much, Konstantin. So I have a common question for both of you. Then we can close the panel and to go to the last one that I'm part of also. Then we can close the day. Because in French, there's a word that we say, à chaque jour suffit sa peine. So it means that every day has a time that a limit you have to rest also. So my question is, why Africa? Why Africa? Why you are here? Why you choose to come to empower African generation, African leaders, African activism, African agriculture, African student, African in aviation, African? Why you choose Africa? So I want any opinion. One opinion from Alexis and one opinion from you, Mr. Konstantin, why you choose the continent of Africa. So you know the young generation, they have to understand why you choose them. So it's going to be the beginning of their learning, because when they know why they are chosen, so they will be more motivated on that position of the place they are there. Thank you.
I could be the first. I think that the point is friendship. And the point is that we can easily speak with each other. We can easily find friends and find a friendship between of us. For example, when I was flying here, I go to my seat in airplane, and the next seat to the right of me, it was a girl from Uganda, and we just say hi, how is it going, and have a very good friendship conversation. And it could be open, it could be very friendly, I should say. So my point is that we can have a good, productive conversation with each other within the friendship. Alexei, maybe you will add something.
I'll try my best. One comment, one answer. The comment. Firstly, you guys actually invited me. We are here. That's why. But the true answer is actually because, well, let me be a little bit academic here. Okay, the world is really changing, and okay, we can be friendly. We can speak different topics, but actually me and Konstantin, we both the officials of the Russian Federation, and on that point, let me share with you our opinion. So the thing is, world is changing, and the position of the Russian Federation every time, and any situation, any conflict, any situation we faced at the international community, that the nations are equal, okay? The peoples are equal, and the world order should reflect that sovereign equality between all the nations. just how it's written in the Charter of the United Nations, right? But, well, if you just go through, like, run through any newspaper, you see that not working properly, right? And on that point, we in Russia, we trying to fix that system, which not working properly. And we believe that African nations are, well, one of the most understanding partners in that situation. Because every time we approach the African nations, like at the Great Forum, Russia, Africa in St. Petersburg that took place the previous year, or the Media Forum, Russia, Africa, what's further, which is taking place this autumn in Moscow, right? And like every time we see that understanding from other side. We see that unity in culture from some way. It's not like, I don't even know how to explain it because we're from different parts of the world, but still we feel that unity in observing the world and in understanding of justice. And I believe that that is the basis for us, for Russians, from African nations, how to cooperate and how to build the common future together. So that is why Africa. That is the answer, at least my understanding. Why what's happening is happening. So try to be brief. Just hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It has been more practical. So as we are closing the panel, so allow me to greet you one more time. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think I will ask for some water, because I've been the moderator, but I didn't talk more than those people. So now, as we are closing the day, we are going to have the last panel. I can say it one more time, it's the last panel. We're going to have 3 young people, 3 young leaders, 3 young affluent people, talking about cultural entrepreneurship, turning heritage into business opportunities, inspire youth to create businesses that leverage cultural assets such as fashion, music, cuisine, and tourism to generate economic growth and cultural pride. Please, let's put our hand together to applause to welcome Mr. Wang Yunlin. So please, Mr. Wang Yunlin, can you come together close? You can even have my seats. Me, I will stand. And we have our moderator of the morning, the first session, that now is going to be the speaker. I hope he's still with us. He's still motivated like in the morning. He still have the same energy. Mr. Justice Chikona from DRC Congo, Africa 63. You're welcome. Please let's put our hands together. So now, the last person who is going to be part of this panel, I've been looking for him since long time, but I think he's around. He's from DRC Congo also, Africa 63. He's going to chair this topic with these 2 gentlemen here. His name is Mr. Nathan Mubembe. Let's clap for me. So now, I'm going to be the moderator and also the speaker. But I will be the last speaker, I assure you. Because I know you want to run away because I will be the speaker again. So Mr. Wang Yunlin from China. And he's a very influent man. He has been president of many organizations beyond borders. He has been leading many operations all over the world, and today he's in Africa. I think we are honored to have him here together. Let's please put one more time our hand together to applause for Mr. Wang Yunlin. So Mr. Wang Yunlin, as we are going to talk about the cultural entrepreneurship, you have the mic, you can share us with us. And oh, yes, he has a translator. So does anyone who speak Chinese here? Then Miss Ilona can rest. Okay, you're welcome, Miss Ilona, to... Oh, you can translate for them? Okay. So, Mr. Wang Yuling, you can go ahead.
Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, студенты, дамы и господа. Очень рад вас всех видеть. Спасибо большое за приглашение принять участие и выступить встречу в этом молодежном форуме.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, students and friends, I'm very glad to see you here, and I'm very thank you for invitation to take a part of this International Youth Fest.
Сначала позвольте мне передать вам наилучшие пожелания от молодежной платформы Scholar Network.
So for the first, let me convey my best wishes from Scholar Network Youth Platform team.
Сейчас я бы хотел немного рассказать о молодежной платформе.
I would like to talk briefly about this youth platform.
Молодежная платформа Scholar, основанная в 2017 году, аффилированная с секретариатом Шанхайской организации сотрудничества. Мы занимаемся развитием, поддержкой молодежи и объединяем молодых людей из 26 стран ШОС и других стран мира. Через проекты культуры, образования, спорт и социальное предпринимательство.
The Scholar Network Youth Platform is a youth initiative headquartered and founded in 2017, affiliated with the Secretariat of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. We are engaged in the development and support of youth, as well as unifying young leaders from 26 countries and other countries of the world. We work on expanding cultural cooperation, promoting dialogue, and supporting social development through projects in key areas such as education, culture, sports, and social projects.
Наша цель — создание прочных связей между молодыми лидерами и работать над проектами, которые помогают молодежи, их развитию и финансирование не только, если у них благие дела, желания.
Our goal is to create strong connection between young leaders and work on projects that help youth support youth organization activities by way of their financing and more. And if they have kind wishes, they are kind people, we can support them.
Считаю, что в развитии дружбы и сотрудничества между Китаем, Россией и Африкой является огромная миссия.
So I think the evolution of cooperation between Russia, Africa and China, it's very important for our world.
И у меня есть подготовленная речь, можно просто прочитать до конца. Просто у меня речи нет уже. Ладно, можно просто переводить. Просто я не успевал. Я поторопел. Ладно, просто переведи до конца, хорошо?
So,
я вам
да, у меня
правильно.
есть твоя речь, да. So, also our speaker from China, he speaks very, very beautiful Russian language. He knows it because he studies at Russia, and he also wants to show you and share with you the ideas of his project. And this Scholar Network, the youth platform, is working almost 7 years, and they have more than 60,000 events, such like this, some fests, young fests, etc. And they have 12 branches representing Scholar Youth Platform, were opened in 40 countries. In September, at the invitation, but it was some like press conference in Russia where I invited Mr. Wang Yuling to be the part of this project, and he luckily here with us. He support our project and came here, and he crossed very long distance to be here, to be the part of this project and to talk to you young people, to be heard by you young people, because he is a young leader. He has a lot of different projects. He tries to support young people as well. And now he wanted to do big cooperation between China and Russia and Africa, also including the BRICS association, the BRICS cooperation, because Chinese as well and Russia is a part of BRICS, and we are all welcome to be, all African countries to be the part of BRICS. And also, there's one more add. So additionally, I would like to note within the framework of the One Belt, One Road initiative and the concept of community of common destiny, and Youth Fund will soon begin its functions in the Secretariat, which will provide young people from all countries all over the world with the opportunity to contribute to the development of cooperation in such fields as culture, education, economics, science and technology, and sports. The festival in Uganda has become the first international event organized with support of Youth Fund. Both my team and I really cooperated with youth and youth organizations of BRICS countries to develop friendship between BRICS member countries as well, and with African countries also. The fund is aimed to become a platform for jointly creating projects of our common future. And today we have excellent opportunity to hear your valuable opinion, not only on cooperation within the framework of the Youth Festival, but also on cooperation prospects in all possible areas between our organizations and countries. I am sure that today's discussion will be definitely useful for establish monumental and mutual relations and stretching friendship, mutual support, understanding and respect. And also Mr. Van Yulin would like to thank you very much for opportunity to be here, to speak here and to be heard by you. So please give him applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Spasibo, spasibo. So, as we are continuing the last panel, so I think I must talk before the last person, or I leave Mr. Chikona to talk, then I can be the last person. So, Mr. Chikona, do you think you can go before me, or I can start? Okay, you can go ahead, Mr. Chikona. Please be briefly, because we have overpassed largely the time, so let's manage the time very well. Mr. Chikona, you can exchange to us about the cultural entrepreneurship, turning heritage into business opportunities. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I'm very, very, very happy to see you this afternoon again. And I would like to thank you again to stay till the end of the activity, because the subject about we are discussing about rights is very interesting for you young people, but also for the future of generation. First, I would like to capture your attention on the fact of our world today is in a global change. Our world today is like in global transformation, global transition. And you have to know that one of the biggest global change is about the digital and numeric transformation of life perception. So it's like we are going from physical world to a numeric world. We are going from physical world to non-physical, where everything, every sector of the life is just becoming digital. So there are two perceptions. The first perception is the evolution and the development, which is like it's like trust for once, but for others, it can be also a very open door of many opportunities. It depends to how you are preparing yourself like young people to see where the world is just going. If you prepare yourself, there will be an open space of opportunity for you. But if you don't prepare yourself, it's like the world is going to go forward, and you stay behind. And you have to keep in mind that if you stay behind, if you don't understand how the world is changing, you are just facing many of obstacles in your professional life, because you will be victim of discrimination, you will be victim of exclusion, and you will not understand how it will be hard competition when it's about to get job. But if you prepare yourself, you have to develop your skills. You understand how issues is going. You will be in contact of many of opportunities, and those opportunities, I can spell them. It's that the culture content. Many of opportunities are in the culture content, because in the culture content you can find the jobs according to human talent, what you have like talent, because everyone, when you come in the world, you come with talent, and the human talent cannot be bypassed by the development of technology. This morning I was just explaining you about how, because of the development of technology and
so you're remaining with 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And IA, we will be in situation where we will combating against robots to have jobs. And if you have skills, you will remain, you will stay in the competition, and you will be able to use your human talent to do the work of the future. And what are the work of the future? Which can be like big opportunity of business, of project, of fundraising according to the culture. First, it's the music. And secondly, you can develop your business on sports, even arts. If it is not arts, even in dance. If it is not dance, even in cuisine, how to cook, which are the specific food you can cook in your culture. Even fashion or design, tourism, spirituality, and theater. All those skills, all those talents are in the culture issues. And if you develop yourself those skills, you will be able to stay in competition about the work. About the digital and numeric tools, you have to keep also in mind that if you can be able to take tools from numerics or digital and to support your business, sports, dance, music, and everything like your own startup, you are giving yourself opportunity to gain many customers, many network, many projects to be developed.
1 minute.
Yes, I'm about to finish right now. But the most important thing is also you have in front of you many opportunities, but the question is how to access to those opportunities, to found yourself, to support your own startup in link with culture. There is two ways. The first way is what your government is giving you like structure to support you. And if there is no governmental structure to support you, you as young leaders, as young structure, you have to make something like advocacies to ask support for your government. But there is also another way. It's a private way. And the private way, there is opportunity in this kind of summit. How are you contacting new people to develop your network? Because today, it's impossible to going forward yourself if you don't have a network. That's why I would like to thanks so much the founder of this summit, because you are giving young people opportunity to get new contact and to build their own network. So
thank you
that
very
is-
much.
That was the content of my speech for today, and I will fix you to tell you that I will be happy to meet every one of you tomorrow in Jinja. But let me tell you that in Jinja it will not be just dancing, singing, but it will still the opportunity to develop your network for your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Justice Tikona. I introduce Mr. Wang Yongle as a president of many organizations and is hoping also to be among the leadership that we linked the country of Russia, China to Africa. So I would like also to add that Mr. Justice Chikona is a lawyer also. So he has been into law. So that's why I think he overpassed the time. No, I'm joking. So he's my good friend. So now as we are closing the panel, I'm the last man standing. Please, can you wake up your friend just, yes. You know, sometimes they say, have you ever seen a shooting star? Have you ever seen a shooting star? It's not everyone that have the luck to see that shooting star. I met a girl, she told me that she never seen a shooting star in her entire life. Be among the people who see the shooting star. Don't be among the people who don't mind about it. And the shooting star today is the topic that we are discussing today. The nuclear energy, ecology system, educational, culture, and also healthcare. Health is your first potential that you have to take care of it. So me, I will be so brief because I think I've been talking for a while now. My presentation is just about 5 things that I'm going to emphasize here with you because Mr. Wang Yu told about it already. Mr. Justice Chukona talked about it already. You know, I don't want to invent something new. I will just add in what they have said. So for those who don't know me, who came after, my name is Nathan Mubembe. I'm the former Guild President of the International University of East Africa, currently the CEO of Africa 63. You see, Africa University, Africa 63. So you see, I'm a Pan-Africanist and also a leader. So my presentation is going to talk about 5 buckets because we are talking about the cultural entrepreneurship. The first is you are the young generation and you must know something. What it means when I say what you know. This is the first bucket. What you know is your knowledge, the knowledge that you get. Secondly, what you can do, that is the skills, what you can do with the knowledge that you get. Number 3, who you know. You know, people sometimes complain like, why you don't have job? Oh no, she got that job because she knows the man who know the uncle who know the sister of the cousins. That's why she got the job. Me, I don't blame such people because they know how to connect. And networking is what we are doing now. That's why we are having that youth festival. That's why we are having this conference. Some time back, I didn't meet these people. I never knew them, but today I know them. This is networking because you never know how a network can bring you tomorrow. And the future has a lot of surprises. After who you know, what you have. Who you know is your network. What you know is your knowledge. What you can do is your skills. What is skills is what you can do with your knowledge. You can have a knowledge but you don't have skills. It's very possible. You're going to school, you're learning, you're studying, you're getting the knowledge. But now after school, what are you going to do with that knowledge? This is now is the skills. When you know, you understand and you understood what to do with what you learn at school. After these 3 buckets, we are going now to the 4 buckets. The 4th one is what you have. What you have is your resources. When you can have your knowledge, your skills, and your network, the resources will come to you easily. Of course, nothing is easy in life, but when you know how to strategic get those things, you see that the resources will come to you. And you are the first resources in this continent, Africa. People talk about minerals. I love the speech of Mr. Ilona when she talks about the human beings in Africa. We are the first resources. People will talk about the gold of Uganda from Karamoja, the gold from Congo, or the minerals of copper, diamond, rubies, or petrol, or what. But before that minerals, you are the first minerals. You are the first richest of this continent. Because these minerals, it's used by human beings. It's not animals that come and grab it. It's not a dog that come and grab it. No, it's you. Without you, there's no minerals. Without you, there's no minerals because it will be useless. It's because of you, because of your existence, that these minerals. Your resources, you are the first resources of Africa. And the last bucket is what the world think of you, your reputation. You know, there's people who can pay everything to protect their reputation. There's people who can invest a lot for the reputation. And reputation, when I say reputation in the positive way, I'm not talking about reputation when you're posting everything that you're doing on TikTok. No. This is another type of reputation. I want you to be the reputation like this young African guy. That Ghanaian one is 15 years old, and he discovered the soap that can heal the cancer of skin. This is a good reputation because he's changing the world, he's innovating the world, his ideas is shaking the world. So to close my topic, I'm going just to do a brief resume. What you know, youth and future generation needs quality education, system which give practical solution in society. You are in the high school now, and what you are doing is the highest level. People say that the highest level is when you go to do PhD to become professor. No, for me the highest level is the high school, because that's where you get the knowledge, the basics that you're getting. Don't ignore what you're doing now, because you can't reach the high level of university or masters or PhD without passing where you're passing now. And it's the most competitive place. Because once you're in university, this is another world. And just to tell you that knowledge is the highest level of investment that you can have. What you can do, this is your skills. Oh, sorry. There's a miscommunication here. What you can do with your skills, having knowledge is one of the step by applying them to solve society challenges in another level. That is how skills help you to become professionally. So I will say thank you very much to Mr. Chikona. I will say spasibo to Wang Jung Lee. And thank you for myself. I thank me. So thank you for the audience. Thank you for coming. I think, yes. And we are closing our panel by now, because the person who is going to close that panel, his name is Kirill Makarinkov. He's going to share with you a storytelling in the documentary. As long we are welcoming Pekering, so we can also say thank you, spasibo, to Mr. Wang Yuli and Mr. Chikona. Thank you for sharing us with good ideas one more time. So, Mr. Kirill Marakinkov, I told everyone that we are in the last panel. You know, most of the time when the boat is going and you want to reach, is the most difficult part, the landing. We start, now we are landing, and we are landing with you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening, because it's evening. Only maybe 1 hour till the sunset. Yes. Sorry for my language. I very often, I very seldom speak English. I want to tell you about storytelling in documentary. I'm film director, and for example, maybe 10 years ago, we translate to Russia the word storytelling. Do you hear this word, storytelling? No. Now we use it not only in cinema, we use it in psychology. Maybe somebody visited. No, not yet. In business. But what is this storytelling in documentary? When we start thinking about our new movie, our new film, we can start from one of three very important things. For example, you can find the interesting character, hero of your movie. Yes? Interesting person, maybe musician, maybe artist, maybe some common person. And another one situation, it's a story which we find for our movie. And the environment, existence, which connect with the person and with the story. And you can start from only one thing. For example, sometimes, not sometimes, one of my very important movie for me and for my career as film director is Wood Floaters. Wood floaters, it's mean rafters. It's workers who take the huge rafts of wood in the highest place of the rivers. This wood was prepared in winter time by woodcutters. And this is a long story. This is interesting profession. Now we lost this profession again and again because new technologies, new transport. And my colleague just remembered the word, wood floaters. And we decided this is a good idea. And then we start searching information. Research is very important part of storytelling. You need information about what about your movie in future. For example, I remember the beautiful picture in one of museum which named Wood Floaters. I understand that we need to find the region where this business still exists. And in that moment we find our colleague. He was from Kostroma region, it's the central of Russia, and he told us that yes, it's in my district of Russia, the situation with these wood floaters. And then we understand, okay, we not go to Siberia, where the river more wide, more deep, the Christmas tree more higher than in central part of Russia. And we go to this city, Kostroma, and start to discuss our movie with the different person, with the press office of chief of this region, with the department of the wood, because for this part of Russia, the wood industry is the most important. And we start to understand that one company says yes for our project, and we understand that we need to find the hero, the characters of our movie, and we decide to not find them specially. We just go with camera, and of course this is another part of our movie production. When we start shooting, for example, modern people, as usual, start shooting before thinking about idea of future movie, and after decide what for TikTok or for film festival, short or long, and then we understand that in wintertime we can find the characters which woodcutters. It was interesting person, but we don't need a big part for these woodcutters, and we made this part like a silent movie, And in springtime, the huge boats, like small ships, was ready to go to the highest places, high, I don't know, I know that the Nile starts from here, yes, and also we call the highest place of river.
That's where we shall be tomorrow.
Yes,
in
I
Jinja.
hope. And in that moment we understand, okay, it's ready to find the characters. And we discuss this situation with some press attaché of this company, and she told us that in last moment somebody from this wood floaters decide who took us to the board, and two guys decide that okay, and then we spend a week with them, and we understand that this boat is okay, but the huge ship came in the last moment to take the huge raft and go to Kostroma. And in that moment we understand, okay, the third part will be with another character. And we recognize one man, he was old man. So the shooting period was finished, and we have maybe more than 30 hours of video. We watch it again and again and understand that, okay, we have 3 parts, but we have no story in this, only technology. Wintertime with woodcutters, spring, snow and ice go, and the ships go to the river, to the rafts. And the third part with the old man. But in storytelling, you need to find the intonation, how you create your story. With overvoice, for example, like TV as usual do. Yes, overvoice is okay for movie from, I don't know, Discovery, BBC, and another documentary, beautiful TV channel. But I understand that I don't want to have overvoice in my movie. Just because I want to create some piece of art, of course. And I decided that maybe if we lost this profession because the global warming, because technology, transport changed the life of this region, maybe I need to find some old-fashioned way of cinema. And I understand that in old movie, I remember very well, between the silent part, we have a text. And I understand that I need to create this text between the scenes. So sometimes it was just one word, for example, lunch. Sometimes I create the big text that the wood floaters waiting for the ice go through the river, through the narrow place on river, and I understand that I need to find very special intonation for this text, and I decide to create this text in.
You are sharing good ideas, but you overpass the time, so you can have more 2 minutes. Then we.
Yes.
we proceed.
So I find the way, I find the style of this text, and after I decide to create Finnish subtitles, I call to this region, to this company, and they told me that they close all this wood floating, that never these ships go to the river to take the rafts of the wood, because it's not business anymore, because not enough high water for took this wood. So all my characters lost their job and their profession. And what the point? It's very important to check your story after you finish all. You already finish post-production period, color correction, subtitles. Try to find the characters. Maybe something change in their life, maybe not change. And this is also information for the audience. Check the story in last moment also.
Thank you very
As
much.
usual, I
Yeah.
spend half a year with the students in documentary script writing, in storytelling, in documentary. Half a year in 5 years.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mrs.
Thank you.
I should say even in Russian. Before you move, Mr. Marakenkov, as we are closing and stepping out of the room, there's only one question from me on behalf of the African youth that they are sitting the other side. They would like to know why they have to watch documentary instead of watching cartoons, movies, or other things. Why they should more watch documentary as young Africans.
As always, Russian answered the another question, and I'm the same. The only one reason why people want to see the national cinema, this is because people want to hear their own stories, look to their own faces. And for example, 100 years ago, no reason to build national cinemas, for example, in Russia, because already exist French, German, American cinema. It wasn't a business idea, but only the audience want each time watch movie, not only Hollywood movie, with their own stories. And first of all, we watch movie for fun. Documentary, cartoon, feature movie. I think like this, yes? For fun, for the rest, this is a kind of our conversation, our communication.
Спасибо, Mr.
Спасибо.
Приятно познакомиться. So thank you very much for all of you guys. So some of the people left us, and I appreciate that you remain with us here up to the end. So I would like to leave the mic to the founder of the International Youth Fest to close, and to invite after the Vice Chancellor, Professor Emeka, to give a last remark, and we close. Then we meet tomorrow at the party. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, thank you for your time, thank you for being here and enjoying us. Join us in this first but not the last one, not the last fest in Uganda. I'm also young people, and I'm really happy to see here a lot of students from schools, because it's a very good time to start your thoughts about career, about your future, about your education. And I wish you all can find here something you are looking for, something you are searching for. Maybe it's idea, maybe it's inspiration. And I hope so much that you find it here, and you would take it from here and just take it with yourself and save it inside your hearts, inside your thoughts, inside your mind. And then I will go to your project and be the part of your festival, of your maybe some plenary sessions, your projects, your new educational systems. And I also want to say that I think no robots, no artificial intelligence can replace people, because people, they are human beings, we have souls. And any robot can have soul, and it's the most important thing, and I think that we are all alike in common with our souls. We are united with our souls. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
So thank you very much, Professor Emeka Akezua. So this is my Vice Chancellor and my mentor. So he's going to give us a closing remarks. I appreciate you, Professor.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Nathan was our guild president here at International University of East Africa, and he did a terrific job. He went back to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and then he's back here with us today. So thank you very much for being the moderator. Thank you also for being a great student. Now, I want to close this session by thanking all of you who are here. And we had more people here. Of course, some of them had to leave. But I see the young people, the ones from the high schools. I know Action High School in their checkered pants and white, very nice ties. And which school are you from? Saroma? Which high school are you from? Which one? Okay. And all the way back there. So thank you for your patience. This festival is especially for you. So I am excited that you stayed. And I am sure you learned a few things today. You've heard from a lot of experts, those who have been in university and have graduated. You are on your way to to a university. I hope you will make IUEA your home, because here we nurture the youth. And that is why when the Russian team came to look for a partner for an international youth festival, we jumped on it, because the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. We are here to help create a better future. I'm sure from the presentations, I could not stay for all of them because I had to also be in the other room, but I heard Caroline Mulowoza, who was our student here, who was an aeronautic engineer, went into sales, and is now back in aeronautic industry, speak. She spoke about her experience, and her experience taught us to be flexible, to respect whatever comes our way, either as a stepping stone. She did not say, I did aeronautic engineering, I am not going to do sales. She did not say that. She became head of sales here at IUEA. When I came to IUEA in 2014, Carol was our marketing manager. She learned a lot. So take that experience, take that ability to be flexible. Learn from all those who presented to you. Take something from it and move with it. If you do that, this festival would have added value to you. And transmit what you've learned today to your colleagues. So when you go back to your schools, form groups and tell them, we went to the International Youth Festival, and these are the key things that we learned at that festival. So please keep that in mind. And I am an avid filmmaker. Unfortunately, my job does not allow me to make films anymore. So I enjoy making films. I have a digital camera. My background is computer science, large-scale information systems. I design systems. But photography, cinematography is a passion, and I still do it. Of course, not as a professional as he probably would. So why documentary films? Documentary films document our history, our past, our present experiences. They are critical. So those of you who are interested in filmmaking or in media, please, I'm sure you've taken a note or two from what he has said. Put that in mind. Lastly, I will thank the Russian Federation, Rosatom, and our colleagues from DRC. We had a moderator who did an excellent job in the morning. Thank you very much. And for our colleagues from Russia, please give them a big round of applause. And for Yona, please, if you can come here. She's a youth, and she conceptualized the International Youth Festival. She didn't keep it just in her pocket. She did whatever it took to make it possible. Get a lesson or take a lesson from that you can do. Nothing is impossible. The only obstacle is you. It is not easy to do. I am sure it was not easy at all on multiple levels, from conceptualization to execution. There are very many hurdles in between. But she pulled it off. Give her a big round of applause. And I know there are many other colleagues from Russia, so please, if you can stand up for recognition, so these young people can also see you and appreciate you. I'm sure most of you, this is the first time you are probably interacting with people from the Russian Federation. But I hope this will not be the end. It is the beginning. And it is late. You have spent all day with us. We shall write to your school to thank your school and to allow your school for you to transmit what you have learned today to your other colleagues so that we can have a multiplier effect, so that you can see that young people can do big things. I do not remember your quote in the morning from Martin Luther King that I think if you cannot do great things, do the little things in a great way. I'm just paraphrasing. So take that and learn from it. And always come back to IUEA. This is home for you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your presence. We thank the Russian Federation. We thank Rosatom. And tomorrow we shall party. Because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. At IUEA, we do both. We study hard and we party hard. So thank you very much and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Thank you, Yona. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. No, both, we do both. So, Your Excellency, thank you. I call him Your Excellency because as Guild President, they have a title, and that title is Your Excellency, as being a president. You are welcome, Mr.
Thank you very much. So there's nothing more that I can add than to say just thank you. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Webalenio Sebo. So do we have any photographer here? I would like to have a picture station with all the panelists, please. Mr. Marekenkov, picture moment. Miss Carol, Cosmos, Professor Emeka, please, sir, you can join us. Mr. Rozak Evgiling, Mr. Justice Chikona. Yes, Miss Carol, you can come in the middle. Yes. Yeah, and that blue is matching well in the middle. So we take the first one with only the panelists, and the second one, all the students will join us here. We take a picture together. Are we okay? We don't like picture. We don't like picture. I see you every day on TikTok, Instagram, so in here you don't want to appear.